This tutorial is all about using selective colour to change the colours in a picture. If you want to change the blues and greens on this landscape picture here, it's a pretty simple process. A lot of people use a magic wand and start selecting things and wanging sliders about and doing all sorts of things selecting, but you don't need to do any of that. We just use a nice simple tool from our adjustment layers. So we'll go down here and pick up selective colour. You see it brings up this little box. We want to change the blues. We'll do the blues first because there's lots of blues in this picture. So we're going to colours. You can choose blue or cyan, but for this one I'm going to use cyan. We ignore all the other colours in there. We don't want to touch any of those at all. The only one we're interested in is black. Black is the one that's going to do our thing. We'll make sure we clicked on relative. And we just get the black slider, and if you watch the areas of blue on the picture down here and up here, I'll move the slider about, you'll see the massive dramatic effect. I'm doing this quite dramatically. Obviously you'll feather this to your own needs, but you can see the massive effect there. If you find that it's not enough, you want to do more, you just simply copy the layer using Ctrl J, and you can see how much more dramatic that is. You can do it again if you like, as many times as you want. Now we've got quite a dramatic colour change there, and you might find we start to get a bit of banding because we've done so much. To reduce the banding, we just pick up the gradient tool and draw in where we want the gradient, and you'll see it reduces the effect of banding quite dramatically. So there's just a couple of tools you can use to do that. You don't have to do that, but you can. We're going to do a bit of green now, a bit of the landscape, the grass here. Both yellow and green will work for this. Yellow is sometimes better for grass than green is, so we'll do the yellow first. And again, you just drag the black slider down to brighten it, or the other way to reduce it. Again, you can make a copy of the layer many times as you want. You can then go back and try green if you want to do a green. Pretty simple process, just slap with the slider. This is all personal choice. You're going to be careful not to overkill it and go a bit too silly, but pretty much that's all you do. Put that and do it again. You can do it as many times as you want. If you then want to switch them all off and have a look, you can feather them each layer. You can switch them on and off to your art's content, see what's happening. You can put a mask on each layer and slightly brush out certain parts, so you can do it as a full layer. You can make a copy of the background layer, and then you can make a copy of the background layer and merge the adjustments you've made into one layer, and then you can just mask that if you like, put an alpha channel on it and airbrush back in the bits that that you don't want, or brush out the bits you don't want there. Like down here, we can brighten this little bit here that feels a bit dark, and you can do that with any part of the picture you want. It's quite simple and it's non-destructive. You can do as many or as few as you like until you're happy that you've got the end product that you wanted, and that's simply how we use selective colour to adjust our landscape pictures.